students. We have completed chapter 3, theory of equations. Now we are going to enter chapter 4, inverse trigonometric function. Inverse trigonometric functions. So in lower classes 9th standard, 10th standard, 11th standard, we have studied trigonometric identities, angles and some formulas. If you are not well known in this, you want to go through once again, then only you can able to understand the inverse trigonometric function. The main concept and the chapter is run only to the inverse. This whole chapter is running going to inverse. So if we are going to see the difference between trigonometry and inverse trigonometric function, in English subject we have learned active voice and passive voice. Cat kills the rat, or rat is killed by the cat, nothing but active and passive voice. So it is very easy to give you few examples, then you can able to understand what is meant by trigonometric and inverse trigonometric. If I am going to take a well known value, if I am going to take sine 45 degree is equal to 1 divided by root 2. Sine 45 degree is 1 by root 2. This sine is followed by an angle. 45 degree is one of the angle. Sine is followed by angle. If I am going to separate sine and 45, sine and space and 45, this gives no meaning, this is meaningless. So the sine and 45 should be written together, that is sine 45 degree. The sine is followed by a angle. Sine 45 is nothing but 1 by root 2. Sine 45 which gives us a value 1 by root 2. This 1 by root 2 is a value. When sine is followed by angle, we get a value. The same I am going to tell 45 degree. 45 degree is equal to sine inverse of 1 divided by root 2. Now the inverse is followed by value, we get degree. Here sine 45 is equal to 1 by root 2. Sine is followed by angle, we get 1 by root 2. This 1 by root is value. The inverse is followed by 1 by root 2. 1 by root is nothing but value, we get angle. That's all. This is angle which gives value which gives angle. There is no other. This is well known for you. In this I have told in previous, this whole chapter will going to proceed only inverse. If I want to proceed towards inverse, first you need to know the trigonometry. Without knowing the trigonometry, this chapter we can't able to read properly. So please students, go through some trigonometric values and functions. So in this inverse trigonometry, we are going to see domain, principal domain. Next we are going to see range. Next amplitude, and next period. These are we going to study using this inverse. So before learning the inverse, you know the values, we know the values. First I need to teach you one important thing. If I going to draw one graph, this is xy plane. Okay, this is nothing but 0 degree. There is no degree here, so we can say it is a 0 degree. Even this 0 degree. This is nothing but 90 degree. The angle is 90 because it's perpendicular, no, so it is called 90 degree. From 0 degree it travels here, so it reaches 90 degree. So pi, we know what is pi. Pi is nothing but 180 degree. Pi is 180 degree. Suppose we need 90, we can write as pi by 2, which is called 90 degree. If I need 270 degree, how I can write 3 into pi by 2, because we know pi by 2 is 90. We know pi by 2 is 90. 90 into 3. 90 into 3 is nothing but 270. Finally angle 2 pi. 2 pi is 360. 2 into 180, 360. 360 degree. This angle, this is given in the radian, no problem. Pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi. 2 pi. So since it is in 0 degree, from year to year it travels 90. 90 degree we can as pi by 2. So this will be pi by 2. Which one? This y axis. From year to year it travels pi by 2, so it is pi by 2. The same from y axis to minus x axis, the same 90 degree. Listen very carefully. From x axis to y axis it travels 90 degree. So 0 plus 90 is nothing but 90. So we can pi by 2. Here pi by 2, from pi by 2 it travels up to minus x axis. It travels 90 degree. Pi by 2, this 90 is nothing but pi. Pi by 2 plus pi. Pi by 2 plus pi by 2. Pi by 2 plus pi by 2. Because this is pi by 2 now. Pi by 2, this pi by 2 plus pi by 2 is nothing but pi. From this is pi by 2, this is pi by 2. Pi by 2 plus pi by 2 is nothing but pi. So see, the total is going to be 180 degree. If you are going to see, the total angle is nothing but this 0 means from here to here travels here, 180 degree travels here, nothing but pi. From pi it travels once again the pi by 2. So pi plus pi by 2 we write as 3 pi by 2. If you are going to write pi plus pi by 2 cross multiply, nothing but is 3 pi by 2. Pi plus pi by 3 pi by 2. This 3 pi by 2 travels x axis. How much degree? Pi by 2. 3 pi by 2 plus pi by 2 is nothing but 2 pi. So we can, this is called one complete revolution. Starting from 0, this one is pi by 2, this one is pi, 3 pi by 2, once again 2 pi. Once again, this is called one cycle, one complete revolution, one cycle, one complete revolution. So we can change this in some other way. For example, I will tell you once again, this is 0 degree, here it travels pi by 2, so 0 plus pi by 2 is pi by 2. Once again from pi by 2 it travels pi by 2, pi by 2 plus pi by 2 is nothing but pi. Once again travels pi by 2, pi by 2 plus pi by 2 is nothing but 3 pi by 2. Once again travels pi by 2, 3 pi by 2 plus pi by 2 is nothing but 2 pi. This we call as 0, 2 pi. The same, yes, see, this is x axis 0 degree. This is minus x axis which it travels pi. Why you can, this is 0 means this will going to be pi. Listen again. From 0 to it ends here. How much it travels? 180 degree. 180 degree is nothing but we are going to write as pi ready. So this is called pi. From pi it will travels another pi. So this already is pi. It is going to travel another pi. Pi plus pi is nothing but 2 pi. This is 2 pi. So from 2 pi it travels another pi. 2 pi plus pi which gives 3 pi. This is 3 pi. From 3 pi it travels once again here. 3 pi plus pi which gives 4 pi. 4 pi it travels once again pi. 4 pi plus 5 is nothing but 5 pi. So 5 pi travels pi, nothing but 6 pi. You can able to understand, students? It travels only pi. I will tell you once again, listen carefully. Listen. This is x, this is x dash. You know this is 0 degree. 0 degree. Keep it 0. This 0 degree travels here. You know a straight angle is nothing but 180 degree. This degree is 180. 180 is nothing pi. So it travels pi. So we are going to write as pi. 0 to pi. This is called pi. After reaching pi, it travels another pi. So this is also pi only now. This is also pi only now. Pi plus pi which gives us 2 pi. Now this is 2 pi. This 2 pi travels another pi. 2 pi plus pi which gives 3 pi. This 3 pi travels another pi which gives us 4 pi. This 4 pi travels another pi which is 5 pi. So 0, 2 pi, 4 pi, 0, 3 pi, 5 pi. These are even. These are not. In general way, the even, that is even can be written always in 2n. Because if you are going to apply n equal to 1, 2 into 1, 2 2s are 4, 2 into 3, 2 4s are, 2 5s all are even. Odd we will, in general we can write odd as 2n plus 1. N is equal to 1, 3, n is equal to 2, 5, n is equal to 3, 7. Like that it will be odd. Even means 2n, odd means 2n plus 1. So this is a travelance. So the same travel we can do in y axis also. This is pi by 2, this is 3 pi by 2. We learn this is pi by 2, this is pi by 2, this is 3 pi by 2. So this angle is nothing but pi. This is pi by 2. Listen carefully, this is pi by 2. From pi by 2 it travels, what is the degree it travels here? Pi. pi by 2 plus pi, nothing but 3 pi by 2. See, 3 pi by 2. This is 3 pi by 2. This 3 pi by 2 travels pi. This 3 pi by 2 travels 3 pi by 2 plus pi, which gives us 5 pi by 2. So this will be a 5 pi by 2. This is 5 pi by 2. This 5 pi by 2 travels 1 pi. This is nothing but 7 pi by 2. If you go into it, 7 pi by 2 travels a pi. 7 pi by 2 travels. 7 pi by 2 travels a pi. This is nothing but 7 pi travels pi is nothing but 9 pi by 2. This 9 pi by 2 travels pi is nothing but 11 pi by 2. Like that. If you are going to see this one, difference nothing but 4. 11 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, 9 pi by 2. 5 pi by 2 and 5 by 2 difference is 4. 9 and 5 difference 4. The same. 3 and 7 difference 4. 4 and 7 difference. If you are going to see, these are even. These are odd. These are difference as 4. You can able to understand, I think so. Before I move into sum, I am giving plenty of examples. So students, we see once again, listen carefully. So this is x-axis, y-axis. This is 0 degree. From 0 degree, it travels pi by 2. So it is, what is pi by 2? 90. From pi by 2, it travels once again pi by 2. Pi by 2 plus pi by 2 is pi. Pi, it travels once again pi by 2. So it is nothing but 3 pi by 2. 3 pi by 2, it travels pi by 2, which is nothing but 2 pi. 2 pi. This one is well known for us. 0, 2 pi. So next category. This is the next category. This is 0 degree. 0, it travels pi. This is called pi. This pi travels another pi. So from here to here pi, from here to pi, pi plus pi, 2 pi. This is 2 pi. This 2 pi travels pi. It becomes 3 pi. This 3 pi travels again pi. It's nothing but 4 pi. So 4 pi travels another 5 pi. Like it goes on. This is on x-axis. Positive x-axis, negative x-axis. This is positive y-axis, negative y-axis. We will put down. Positive y-axis and negative y-axis. If you are going to see for positive y-axis, negative y-axis, is nothing but from, this is pi by 2. We know this is pi by 2. This is pi by 2. From here to here, 180 degree. Pi by 2 plus pi, which gives 3 pi by 2. Pi by 2, it travels pi, no, so it gives 3 pi. This 3 pi by 2 plus pi. 3 pi by 2 plus pi. I will keep pi by 2 here. 3 pi by 2 plus pi. See here, 3 pi by 2 plus pi, which gives 5 pi by 2. So this is 5 pi by 2. This 5 pi by 2 travels pi, which gives us 7 pi by 2. This 7 pi by 2 travels pi, which gives us 9 pi by 2. This 9 pi by 2 travels pi, which gives 11 pi by 2. Like that it will move. So x-axis is nothing but 0, 2 pi, 4 pi, 4 pi and 6 pi. Pi, 3 pi, 5 pi. Y-axis is pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, 9 pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 7 pi by 2, 11 by 2. So using this we can solve the sum very easily. So how am I going to solve? Listen. So students, I am going to take a unit circle. Unit circle is nothing but radius is 1. Unit circle, radius is equal to 1. So I am going to take a unit circle. This is plus x-axis, this is minus x-axis, plus y-axis and minus y-axis, Okay, this I have taken the unit circle. In this unit circle, what I am going to do, listen. So we know this one is 0 degree, 2 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi. This will be pi, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2 goes on. This also goes on. The same for y. Y is nothing but pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, 9 pi by 2 goes on. For minus y is 3 pi by 2, 7 pi by 2, 11 pi by 2 goes on. So no problem in that. You can easily do some sums. So since it is unit circle, I am going to draw one unit circle. What is my unit circle? Unit circle is nothing but radius is 1. From here to here, radius is 1. This is origin O. Radius 1, this point will be 1, nothing but 1 comma 0. Why it is 1 comma 0? This is nothing but radius 1, this is the x-axis, so 1 comma 0. Here also radius is 1, so since plus y-axis 0 comma 1, you can take 0 comma 1 because of y-axis, x is 0, no, y is 0. This also radius is 1, even though radius 1, this negative x-axis we can write as minus 1 comma 0. This also radius 1, even though this radius 1, it is negative y-axis 0 comma minus 1. This on after writing this, how we can able to find? We know the table which is studied in the lower classes, sin 90, cos 90 all. So how we can able to find the value? This first one is cos, second one is sin. 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 So cos 0, I am going to take cos 0. What is cos 0? 1. Suppose cos 0 is nothing but 1. What is sin 0? Cos 0, sin 0. Cos 0 is 1, sin 0 is 0. That's all. See how easily we can find the values. Sir, you can choose for 2 pi, sir. Yes, I will take. Cos 2 pi, sin 2 pi. Cos 2 pi is 1, sin 2 pi is 0. Like that. Cos 4 pi 1, sin 4 pi 0. Using this diagram, you can find all the values of pi. See, first one is cos, second one is sin. Cos 0, 1, sin, if you are going to take cos, I want to get answer here. If I want to take sin, as again I get answer second point. Cos 0 is 1, sin 0. Suppose cos 6 pi 1, sin 6 pi 0, that's all. The same procedure we can follow here. Cos pi by 2, what is cos pi by 2? 0. Sin pi by 2, sin 90, 1. Cos 5 pi by 2, 0. Sin 5 pi by 2, 1. Cos 9 pi by 2, 0. Sin 9 pi by 2, 1. See how easily we can find the answer. We don't need to memorize the table after 90 degree. Using this we can easily find. Next, if you are going to find cos pi minus 1, sin pi 0, cos 3 pi by 2 minus 1, sin 3 pi by 2 0, cos 5 pi by 2 minus 1, sin 5 pi by 2 0. Next, cos 3 pi by 2 0, sin 3 pi by 2 minus 1, cos 7 pi by 2 0, sin 7 pi by 2 minus 1. For both this you can take cos, sin. Cos 3 pi by 2 0, sin 3 pi by 2 minus 1. Cos and sin. Cos, sin. Cos 7 pi by 2 0, sin 7 pi by 2 minus 1. Like that you can find the angle. So in general, first I am going to choose for x-axis. X-axis in general, x-axis. Since this is 0, 2 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi, 0 you can write as not only this one, 0, 2 pi, 4 pi, and here pi, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by sorry, this is not pi by 2, sorry, these are pi only, no, pi, 3 pi, pi by, sorry students, this is pi only. This is true, this 0, 2 pi, 5, from here travels pi only, no, pi, 3 pi, 5 pi. See, 0, 2 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi, 5 pi, 3 pi, 0 pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, 5 pi. So these are given pi from x-axis, and general x-axis, fully x-axis, in general x-axis. In general, in x-axis I have taken, in general x-axis. Okay, this is 0, this is pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, 5 pi. How in general we can write? In general we can write nothing but n pi, where n belongs to z. If we are going to apply n equals 0, 0 into pi is 0, we have 0. N equal to 1 into pi is pi. N equal to 2, we have 2. 3, we have all the values. So no problem. So these are the values. Suppose if we are going to take x-axis positive side, x-axis positive side and same x-axis negative side. X-axis positive side, this is positive side. This is fully even, 0, 2, 4, 6, 0. How I can write? Even is nothing but 2n pi, that's all. Even no, 2n pi. You see, pi, 3 pi, 5 pi, it is odd. So, 2n plus 1 pi. Why this pi? 0, 2, 4, 6, 2n. Pi, 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 so pi. 1, 3, 5, even, 2n plus 1. Pi, 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 so pi. So, this is general. X-axis positive sign is 2n pi. X-axis negative sign is 2n plus 1 pi. This is very, very must you need to learn. I told previously, for even 2n, for odd 2n plus 1. Here pi is coming, so pi. Here pi is coming, so I written pi. So, this for x-axis. Now we are going to move towards y-axis. Y-axis, first in general. We need to choose in general. You see, here pi by 2, here 3 pi by 2. Okay, here pi by 2, here 3 pi by 2. Here 5 pi, you see, 1, this is 1. Leave it pi by 2. Here 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. Full y-axis, no, you want to take full y-axis. If we are going to choose full x-axis, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in x-axis. In y-axis, it is odd number 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. It is in y-axis negative. Y-axis, in y-axis not negative, in y-axis it is in odd number. For odd number, you know how to write. For odd number, you know how to write. Odd number is 2n plus 1. This is also odd number, no. This is pi 3 pi. This is odd number 135. 135. I have told 1, 2, 3, nothing but n. 2, 1, n. 2, 4, 6. You can write as 2n. 1, 3, 5, 7. You can write 2n plus 1. This is the order. See. 1, 3, 5, 7. Leave pi by 2. Write pi by 2 last. 1, 3, 5, 7. So 2n plus 1. After it pi by 2. In general, this is pi by 2. Next, y-axis positive side. Y-axis positive side. And you need to see y-axis negative side. Y-axis negative side. For y-axis positive side, you see positive side, pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, 9 pi by 2. Difference is nothing but 4. So simply you can write 4n plus 1 pi by 2. Apply n is equal to 0. 4 into 0. 0 plus 1, 1. 1 into pi by 2, pi by 2. Apply n is equal to 4 2 are 8 plus 1. N equal to 1. 4 into 1, 1. 4 plus 1, 5. 5 pi by 2. If we go in like that. The same differs here also, but it starts at 1, 5, 9. Here 3, 7, 11. So you need to write 4n minus 1 into pi by 2. 4n minus 1 into pi by 2. So in general we have written. Using this we can easily solve this wrong. But even each and every time I can't able to draw the diagram and I can't show you. So memorize this in general. In general, x-axis nothing but n pi. X-axis positive side 2n pi. X-axis negative side 2n plus 1 pi. Full of pi only in x-axis. Pi, 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 pi. In y-axis in general 2n plus 1 pi by 2. Fully pi by 2, pi by 2, pi by 2. Y-axis positive side 4n plus 1 pi by 2. Y-axis negative side 4n minus 1 pi by 2. So study this properly. It will be very, very useful to forthcoming sums. Okay. In previous video session, we have saw unit circle. Using this unit circle, we have found the values for x-axis and y-axis in general, x positive, x negative, y general, y positive and y negative. Now we are going to enter inside the graph, that is y is equal to sin x, the curve y is equal to sin x. The whole concept of this exercise we can do using this diagram itself. So what is the sin x curve? Now I am going to draw the sin x curve. This is plus x axis, this is plus y axis, this is minus x-axis, this is origin O, and this will be minus y-axis, minus x-axis and minus y-axis. The diagram will be like this. For example, this is 1, this is minus 1. It will goes up to minus 1, now goes and minus. The same here also, goes here and moves here and goes the same, because it will not, this curve will not beyond 1, moves not beyond 1, and this side this curve will not moves beyond minus 1, it lies 1 and minus 1. This is the curve. This is 0, this will be pi, this will be 2 pi, this will be 3 pi, this will be minus pi, this will be minus pi, this will be minus 2 pi. There is no space. If you want, you can cut here. This will be minus 3 pi. This is minus 3 pi. So 0 to pi, the middle one is nothing but midpoint. This is a midpoint. 0 plus pi, this is pi by 2, this is pi by 2. This value, pi plus 2 pi divided by 2, you know, mid value we need to add and divide by 2. Pi plus 2 pi, nothing but 3 pi by 2. This value is nothing but 3 pi by 2. 2 pi plus 3 pi, 5 pi by 2. This value is nothing but 5 pi by 2. The same for here also, 0 nothing but minus pi by 2. This will be minus 3 pi by 2. This will be minus 5 pi by 2. This is a mid value, no. 0 plus pi by 2. Pi plus 2 pi, 3 pi by 2. 2 pi plus 3 pi, 5 pi by 5 pi by 2. That's all. This is a midpoint value. So this is the diagram I have drawn. So I need to give truthful for this diagram. How the diagram is drawn? Why the diagram travels this side and cuts at pi and cuts at 2 pi, cuts at 3 pi? How it is happened? We need to find. This happenings I need to show how it happens. Y is equal to sin x. For that I am going to take some critical one. See, I will leave some space and take it. So this is the curve y is equal to sin x. This is the curve y is equal to sin x. This is the curve y is equal to sin x. We know the unit circle diagram. You know the unit circle diagram. This will be 0. This will be pi by 2. This will be pi. This will be 3 pi by 2. And finally it can be written as 2 pi also, no problem. A unit circle is drawn. This point is 1 comma 0. This point is 0 comma 1. This point is minus 1 comma 0. This point is 0 comma minus 1. We have studied in previous video session how we want to find the values using the unit circle. This will be cos, this will be cos, this first one is cos, this is sine, this is cos, this is sine, cos 0, sine, cos 0 or sine 1, whatever, cos 0 or sine 0. This will be cos, this will be sine, cos and this will be sine, which is we are going to find. So I am going to apply, this is y equals sin x, I am going to apply x is equal to 0, sine 0, what is 0? This is 0, this is 0 degree, no, sine 0, second value, sine 0 is nothing but y is equal to 0, 0 comma 0. I am going to take x is equal to pi. If x is equal to pi, where is a pi? Pi is present here, x is equal to pi, sine pi, this is cos value, cos pi is minus 1. What is sine pi value? 0. Therefore y is also 0. If x is equal to minus pi, I am going to take x is equal to minus pi, y you cancel. Where is minus pi is present? It's not present here, but we can put a 0 only. But we don't need to mark, leave it as it is, no problem. X is equal to, after pi I am going to take x is equal to 2 pi and y is equal to, if x, where is 2 pi? 2 pi is present here, 2 pi is present here, 2 pi is present here, 2 pi is present. Therefore sine 2 pi means 0, cos 2 pi is 1, sine 2 pi is 0, sine 2 pi is 0. The same happens. If x is equal to pi by 2, I am going to apply pi by 2. What will be y? If x is equal, where is pi by 2? Pi by 2 is present here. Sine pi by 2 is 1 because cos pi by 2 is 0, sine pi by 2 is 1. Finally, I am going to apply x is equal to 3 pi by 2. And what is y? Where is 3 pi by 2 present here? X is equal to 3 pi by 2, y is equal to minus 1. Because if cos 3 pi by 2 is 0, Sine 3 pi by 2 value is minus 1. So using this I can easily find. I will tell you once again, listen carefully. X is equal to 0. Therefore, if x is equal to sine 0 is present, 0 is present here, sine 0 is nothing but 0. X is equal to pi is present here, sine pi. First one is cos pi is minus 1, sine pi is 0. I don't need to leave it minus value. X is equal to 2 pi. If 2 pi is present here, cos 2 pi is 1, sine 2 pi is 0. If I go and take x is equal to pi by 2 is present here, sine pi by 2, cos pi by 2 is 0, sine pi by 2 is 1, sine pi by 2 is 1. X is equal to 3 pi by 2, cos 3 pi by 2 is 0, sine 3 pi by 2 is minus 1. So now if I go into 1, see here 0 comma 0, this is 0 comma 0, pi comma 0, which will be pi comma 0, y is negative, this is x axis, no, y pi be negative, pi comma 0, this is pi comma 0, minus pi comma 0, let's say leave it as it is, 2 pi comma 0, this is 2 pi comma 0, pi by 2 comma 1, pi by 2, where is pi by 2? Pi by 2 is present here, 1 is present here, so x axis pi by 2, y axis is 1, pi by 2 comma 1, this is pi by 2 comma 1, you can take it. Next, 3 pi by 2 comma minus 1, where is 3 pi by 2? 3 pi by 2. Where is minus 1 is present? Minus 1 on y is present. So this is 3 pi by 2 minus 1. So we can plot like this. So I have done here truthful to the fruitful. I will make a true case for that. So this is a diagram we can draw by plotting this 0 comma 0. After 0 comma 0, pi by 2 comma 1. After pi by 2 comma pi comma 0. After pi comma 0, 3 pi by 2 comma minus 1. 3 pi by 2 comma minus 1, 2 pi. Like that moves as it is. The same as it moves in this side, this case also we can take it as it is. We can this case also we can take it as it is on the left hand side. Using this, now we need to find domain, range and principal domain. So I need to find domain. First, what is the domain? This is x-axis. In x-axis, where the curve lies from minus infinity to plus infinity, minus infinity to plus infinity, the curve lies in x-axis. Domain is nothing but, if I am going to take, listen very carefully, if I am going to take y is equal to sin x. Y is this x is domain, sin x is range. You can able to understand, I think so. The x value is domain, sin x is range. What is sin x? Sin x is equal to y. If I am going to take y is equal to sin x, this x value we call as a domain. This x value called as domain. Y is equal to sin x. This sin x. What is sin x? Sin x nothing but y. This is called range. The x value is nothing but domain, and sin x is equal to y. Y is range. Domain. In domain, this horizontal line. What is horizontal line? X axis. This horizontal line, x axis. From where to where the curve lies? In horizontal line, nothing but where the curve lies. In horizontal line, that is x-axis, the curve lies from minus infinity to plus infinity. We can write as minus infinity, less than or equal to x, less than or equal to infinity. Otherwise, we can choose all real number R. This is called number line R. You can choose it is a number line R. Otherwise, we can use minus infinity comma plus infinity. This is on the open interval. Infinity should be written always in open. Suppose it is a constant, you can use open or closed. You can use open or closed, but infinity always we should write only on the open. If it is a constant lies, if the constant comes here, you can use open or closed. It is an open interval, minus infinity comma infinity, or you can write as R, or you can write as minus infinity less than x. Therefore, the curve lies from minus infinity to plus infinity. This is domain. This is a x value. No, x value. I have told no, x is domain. X is domain. That's the x-axis. Next, I am going to choose after domain. We are going to see range. What is meant by range? The range is nothing but, what is meant by range? You can easily calculate range. Range is nothing but, you see, sin x is a range where sin x is nothing but y. Where the curve lies in y axis. See, this is the curve lies y axis. After 1, it not moves. The curve does not move beyond 1. The curve does not move beyond minus 1. It lies between minus 1 to 1. Therefore, range is nothing but minus 1 to 1. This one we can write in closed interval. This is called closed interval. Closed interval minus 1 comma 1. The range is nothing but minus 1 comma 1. That is, it moves from minus 1 to plus 1. Closed interval. Constant came now, so we can use closed. Suppose the infinity come, you need to use open only. Constant we can use open or close. This plus 1 also included, this minus 1 also included. Because of inclusion only I am using closed interval. Because of inclusion I am using closed interval. So minus 1 comma 1 is a closed interval. So we have learned domain. What is my domain? The curve lies in x-axis. Where the curve lies in x-axis, this is domain. What is range? The curve lies in y-axis. The curve does not move beyond minus 1. The curve does not move beyond plus 1. The curve lies between minus 1 to 1. Therefore, domain means where the curve lies in x-axis. Range means where the curve lies in y-axis. That's all, finished. Now we are going to move towards the principal domain. This principal domain is very, very important. This principal domain is very, 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 very important topic. So how we going is that before moving the principal domain, I need to teach you one-to-one. What is my one-to-one function? Suppose this is the curve. This is the curve. Suppose this is the curve. I have given some few examples in curve. I have given a few examples in curve. So how to test one-to-one function? How to test the one-to-one function in diagram? How to test one-to-one function? This is called one-to-one function diagram. Just drawing a horizontal line. I will give another diagram also. Just by drawing a horizontal line, you can draw the horizontal line in anywhere in the diagram. Anywhere it cuts at only one point. Therefore, it is one-to-one. You can draw horizontal line at any part of the diagram. You can draw here. You can draw here. You can draw here. It cuts only at one point. It cuts only at one point. The horizontal line cuts the curve at only one point. Therefore, it is also one-to-one. You can draw the horizontal line test in the graph. It cuts at only one point. Therefore, it is also one-to-one. Now draw the horizontal line in this diagram. It cuts at 2 points. But it is not one-to-one. So what is, if the horizontal line cuts at only one point in any part of the graph, we are going to draw any part of the graph, it cuts at only one point. Therefore, it is one-to-one. Otherwise, it cuts at 2 points. It is not one-to-one. So main condition. So for finding principal domain, there is some condition. For finding principal domain, there is few conditions. What is the first condition? The condition is nothing but it can be a one-to-one. If you want a principal domain, first what is the condition? It should be a one-to-one, or it should be a bijective also, no problem. What is my bijective? Bijective is one-to-one and on-to, no problem. It can be bijective or one-to-one. So main condition will choose one-to-one itself. The main condition will be one-to-one. Next, rule number 2. Rule number 2, it should be near to origin. Near to origin or cover the origin. It should cover the origin. It should cover the origin. It should cover the origin or near the origin. This is the main thing. It should not affect the range. The principal domain should not affect the range. Should not affect the range. The principal domain should not affect the range. This is the main thing. What is the first thing? One-to-one. It should be a one-to-one. When is it one-to-one? If you are going to draw a horizontal line, if it cuts a graph at only 1 point, then it is one-to-one. If it cuts at 2 points, this is not one-to-one. Then near to origin. How the principal domain? The principal domain should near to origin or cover the origin. Cover the origin. You should cover the origin. You should. The next one, affect the range. Affect the range is no problem. First two definitely must. So once again I am going to draw y is equal to sin x curve. So y is equal to sin x. Y is equal to sin x. I am going to draw the diagram very small only. X, y is going to, this is plus 1. This will be minus 1. It starts here, moves here, leave it as it is. Starts here and ends here, moves, leave it as it is. So this will be pi. This will be 2 pi. This will be minus pi. This will be minus 2 pi. So this point we called as pi by 2 because midpoint, no, 0 to pi is nothing but pi by 2. This point we called as minus pi by 2 midpoint. So I am going to take the diagram. In this I am going to cut a diagram. This off minus pi by 2 to up to this off plus pi by 2. I am going to take this part alone. This part from here to here. That's all. It starts here and ends here. So I think if we draw the diagram somewhat bigger, it will be very nice, I think so. So I will draw that diagram in biggest. So it will be very useful for you. You can easily see the diagram. So only x and y, 1 and minus 1. So it looks good for you. Okay, so it will be 0, it will be pi, it will be 2 pi. 0 to pi, midpoint is nothing but pi by 2. The same here also, it moves here, goes here, leave it as it. So it will be minus pi, it will be minus pi by 2. So 0 to minus pi, midpoint is minus pi by 2. I am going to choose the diagram from this side, from here to here, this one from up to this one. So where the diagram starts, I am going to choose up to this only. I am leaving this all. You can able to see the diagram very clearly, I think so. I am closing this all. How the diagram is from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. I am taking diagram from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. I am taking the diagram for minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. See in the x-axis, what is that? Minus pi by 2. Pi by 2. Minus pi by 2, pi by 2. It ranges from minus 1 to plus 1. No problem. So I am taking a diagram up to this. So from year to year. In the diagram, this is the diagram. I will shade it nicely. So this is the diagram. I am taken up to this range only, minus pi by 2, pi by 2. Minus pi by 2, pi by 2, I have taken like that. Okay, so first I need to check the connection whether it is 1 to 1. If I am going to draw one line, it is cuts at only one point. Anywhere you can draw, anywhere you are going to draw, it cuts in this from minus pi by 2, pi by 2. Anywhere if you are going to draw in the graph, the horizontal line cuts at only one point. You should not draw plenty of horizontal line. So I can draw 3 horizontal lines, sir. The 3 line cuts at 3 times, sir. So it is not, no. You need to draw only one horizontal line. That horizontal line you can draw at any point. You can draw at any part of the graph. You need to draw only one horizontal line. That horizontal line you can draw at any part of the graph. Any part. Suppose if I draw here, it cuts at only one point. Well, surely it's going to be 1 to 1. The first rule is over. What is second rule? The second rule is nothing but you should cover the origin. Yes, the origin is here. It covers the origin. Yes, it covers the origin. Yes, it covers the origin. Yes, it covers the origin. So third one, it will not affect the range. Range means it not move beyond range. It not moves beyond the range. It not affects anything. The 3 rules is okay for us. So we can choose a principal domain. What is the first thing? The first thing, it should not. The first thing, it should be a 1 to 1. Yes, the horizontal line cuts at only one point if it is 1 to 1. The second one, it should cover the origin. Yeah, it passes through origin only, no problem. The third one, it should not affect the range. Some students will ask some raise questions, sir, whether we can choose from year to year, sir. Suppose this point will be 3 pi by 2. Suppose we can choose from year to year, sir. Suppose I draw here. From year to year I can choose, sir. Yes, you can choose. This is also 1 to 1 only. From year to year you can choose. This is also 1 to 1 only. But main problem, it does not cover the origin. You should cover the origin, no. So this is the main thing. Therefore, principal domain is minus pi by 2, plus pi by 2. So you know what is meant by domain. X-axis, cover where the curve lies on the x-axis, minus infinity to plus infinity, nothing but real number line. Range is nothing but y is equal to sin x, minus 1 to 1. Next, principal domain, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So what is it should be a 1 to 1. The principal domain should be 1 to 1. What is the rule? The must you need to learn. It should be a 1 to 1. The second rule, covers the origin. Third, it not affects the range. The third is not necessary, but I am telling. So some questions will ask, from year to year we can take, sir. Yes, it is 1 to 1, but does not covers the origin. So only we taking minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Since domain, no, we need to see x-axis only. Domain means x-axis only. We should not see this one minus pi by 2 plus pi, the principal domain. So what is meant by domain? Domain, so what is make principal domain? Principal domain is a subset of domain. Principal domain, if you can say principal domain is subset of domain. Subset of domain, that's all. So I have given a detailed description in this, using this. What is the first I thought? How to point y equal to sin x curve in the graph. I have showed some point using unit circle and plotted and drawn a diagram. And this one also, this pi by 2 I have marked using midpoint. This 3 pi by 2 midpoint. Midpoint is nothing but pi plus 2 pi by 2. Pi plus 2 pi by 2 is nothing but 3 pi by 2. That like with your midpoint. After that we have found domain, we have found range, finally we have found principal domain. For principal domain we have some rules. That rules after following we have found all the things. So within this we are finishing the introduction part 2. Introduction. Part 3. So we are going to learn amplitude and period of a curve. Next, our main aim to listen or amplitude and period of a curve. So this is going to be our x, y, minus x and minus y. We are going to take y is equal to sin x curve. This is a well-known curve for us. This will be 1 and this is minus 1. The curve passes here and moves here, goes here and moves like that. The same happens in the left hand side also, so no problem. So this will be 0, this will be pi, this will be 2 pi, the same minus pi, minus 2 pi goes on. So range is 1 and minus 1, so no problem. So first we are going to see amplitude. What is meant by amplitude? Amplitude is nothing but in the inside curve, if I am going to draw a perpendicular line, this is one perpendicular line, this is another perpendicular line, I can draw some perpendicular lines from here. So these are the perpendicular lines. In these perpendicular lines, which perpendicular line which has highest distance, highest height? Which perpendicular is highest height? So this will be the highest height, highest distance, nothing but highest height. From the x-axis, if we are going to draw some perpendicular lines inside the curve, the highest distance, this line we called as amplitude. This will turn as 1. This is nothing but 1. The length of the highest distance nothing but 1. No, the height of the line. Height of the line is 1. If we go in, this can be 0.9, 0.9, 0.8, 0.7, 0.6, 0.5, 0. Height will be 0. This will be the highest height. This is in the vertical, no. This vertical, no. Why? The amplitude is nothing but 1. The amplitude is nothing but from x-axis, the curve inside maximum height. From x-axis, the curve inside the maximum height. This is the maximum height. This is the maximum height. Therefore, amplitude is equal to 1. Because this is a maximum. The range is 1, 1, you know. It can't move above 1, it can't be below 1. If it's a maximum surely is going to be 1. Because this x-axis, this is y-axis. No, 1 means this is also going to be, amplitude is going to be 1. It can be height, the height can be set, can be say as a distance also, no problem. Next I am going to take period. What is meant by period? The period is nothing but the cyclic process repeating again and again. For example, in our school, the class hours is 40 minutes. One class will be taken 40 minutes. The another class is 40 minutes. The another class is 40 minutes. So the 40 minutes class is nothing but a cyclic process. This is nothing but a cyclic. 40 minutes, nothing but a cyclic process. So the same cyclic process, it starts here, goes here, reaches to 1, and once again enters the x-axis and meets it, and once again comes at x-axis. So this is one cyclic process. What is one cyclic process? Starting here and ending here. It goes upward and comes to x-axis, It's go downward and comes to x-axis. This is one cyclic process. What is a cyclic? With one cyclic process. The period is nothing but cyclic process repeating again and again. This is nothing but a period. The cyclic process repeating again and again is nothing but a period. So from here it goes, reaches and goes here. So what is the distance from here to here? Nothing but 2 pi. This is 0, this is pi, this way. Therefore period is nothing but 2 pi. The distance. So sir, can we take from here to here? Can we take move from here to here? You can 2 pi to whatever this is. It takes only 2 pi only. One cyclic process 2 pi. We are taking near to origin. For another cyclic process, this is 2 pi. Another cyclic process now 2 pi. 2 pi, 2 pi. The cyclic the period is going to be only 2 pi. That's all. This is also a distance. The amplitude is also distance. Period is also distance. Both cannot be negative. So in general, we can take a formula y is equal to a sine alpha x. This is the general formula to find amplitude and period. Y is equal to capital letter A sine alpha x, where amplitude formula is nothing but modulus of A. Why using modulus? The distance, if it is negative also, we can't put negative, it should be a positive. Amplitude cannot be negative. Next, period. What is period? Period is equal to 2 pi divided by modulus of alpha. 2 pi divided by modulus of alpha. Alpha is nothing but coefficient of x. Coefficient of x is nothing but alpha. Suppose we have taken the curve y is equal to sine x. We can take 1 into sine 1x, no, because 1 into x, 1 into sine, nothing but 1. So here, if we are going to compare, a is equal to 1, cap c is equal to 1. There is amplitude. Alpha, what is alpha? Alpha is equal to 1. Applying period is equal to 2 pi divided by modulus of 1 is nothing but 2 pi. So see, amplitude is 1, period is 2 pi. Same, amplitude is 1, period is 2 pi for y is equal to sine x. From this, what is my amplitude? Amplitude is nothing but the highest height, the maximum height, the maximum distance from the curve, from the x-axis to the curve is nothing but 1. The period is cyclic process repeating one again and again. This is called period. We have general formula y is equal to a sine alpha x. So amplitude is modulus of alpha, period is equal to 2 pi divided by modulus of alpha. So within this, we will finish the introduction part 3. In next introduction, we will see inverse, sine inverse diagram. Introduction part 4. So we know the curve y is equal to sine x. Y is equal to sine x. In this sine x, we will draw the diagram. This will be x, this will be minus x, plus y and minus y, plus y and minus y. The curve starts here. This is plus 1, this will be minus 1. The curve starts here, moves, goes and goes like this. That's all. The same happens in left side also. So it moves. So this will be 0, this will be 0, this will be pi. The same, this will be minus pi. So this will be pi by 2, this will be minus pi by 2. We are going to take up to this is called principal domain, from here to here. From here to here is called principal domain. We take up to this is called principal domain. Therefore, principal domain for y equal to sine x, nothing but minus pi by 2, pi by 2. This is the principal domain. The range for y is equal to sine x is minus 1, 1. This is well known for us. We have saw that in introduction part 2 itself, principal domain is minus pi by 2, minus pi by 2, pi by 2, minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 the principal domain. Domain is full x-axis, minus infinity to infinity in open interval, minus pi by 2, pi by 2 in closed interval. Range is minus 1 to n, minus 1 to n. Range is minus 1 to 1. Is there a minus 1 to 1 is the range. This all well known. Now we are going to decide to draw y is sine inverse curve. How we can draw a sine inverse curve? We have taken y is equal to sine x. No, the same. We are going to take y is equal to sine inverse of x curve. Y is equal to sine inverse of curve. So in introduction part 1, I have taught you sine inverse is followed by what? Value. So x is the value here. Here x is the value, sine is followed by angle. Here x is angle, see x, this is x value, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 is an x angle. Range, y is nothing but value. Value can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. 1, 2, 0, plus 1, minus 1, plus 2, minus, these are values, Angle is nothing but 0, pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, 4 pi by 2, 2 pi, 3 pi, these are angles. So listen carefully. Sine is followed. What is x? X is nothing but domain. Sine is followed by, angle. X is domain. So domain is in angle. Sin x is range. Sin x. What is sin x? Sin x is equal to y. Sin x is equal to value. Y is a value. Range is nothing but minus 1 comma 1. The same thing happens here. See here. If you want, you can write here. X is angle. Y is value. In y is equal to sin x. If you going to see here, sin inverse is followed by value. Here x is value, y is angle. Now if the sin inverse come this side, becomes sin y. Inverse become plus sin y is equal to x. X is equal to sin y. So using this only we are going to draw the diagram. What is y? Y is nothing but angle. So I am going to apply y value. I am going to apply y angle value. Y is nothing but angle. I am going to apply angle. This angle value I am going to taken from here. Nothing but minus pi by 2 plus pi by 2. I will take 0 also. 0 is one of the addition one. So if y is equal to minus pi by 2 and y equal to 0. So it is very difficult to find, means I can give you one super idea. Nothing but unit circle. What is this one? 1 comma 0. This one 0 comma 1. This one 0 comma minus 1. This is enough. Long. This is 0 degree. Leave it. This is, we know, pi by 2. If it goes on anti-clockwise direction, this is pi by 2. If it comes on in clockwise direction, this will become minus pi by 2. Sir, this is 3 pi by 2. Yes, 3 pi by 2. How it becomes 3 pi by 2? It comes in anti-clockwise direction. 0 to pi by 2. Pi by 2 to pi. Pi to 3 pi by 2. If it comes in anti-clockwise direction, it is 3 pi by 2. If 0 degree, it moves in anti-clockwise, pi by 2. If it moves on clockwise, minus pi by 2. If it moves on clockwise, it has become minus pi by 2. Students, listen very carefully. It's very, very must. This is plus pi by 2. This is minus pi by 2. This is minus plus pi by 2. This is minus pi by 2. Listen very, very carefully. Plus pi by 2, minus pi by 2. So, see, now we're going to find the value. How? The first value is cos, second value is sine. So, sine of minus pi by 2. Sine of minus pi by 2. Where is this? Is sine of minus pi by 2. Cos and sine. Sine of minus pi by 2 is nothing but minus 1. X is equal to minus 1. Next, sine of pi by 2. Where is sine of pi by 2? Sine, this pi by 2 is present. Sine of pi by 2 is nothing but, this is cos pi by 2 is 0. Sine pi by 2 is 1. Next, sine 0. Sine 0. 0 is there. Sine 0 is nothing but 0. X is equal to 0. Now I can plot the points. Listen very carefully. This is plus x, y, minus x and minus y. Minus x and minus y. So we will plot the diagram now. So we know x-axis is nothing but minus 1 and 1. So this will be plus 1. This will be minus 1. This origin O. This will be plus pi by 2. Y-axis no. Y is plus pi by 2. This will be minus pi by 2 and origin O. How the diagram will be? See here, first point, minus pi by 2, minus 1. Minus pi by 2, sorry, minus x comma y. Minus 1 to minus pi by 2. Minus 1 to, now we can plot minus 1 comma minus pi by 2. Minus 1, this is plus pi by 2. This is minus pi by 2. Minus 1 comma minus pi by 2. This is 1 point. Next, 0 comma 0 is second point. 1 comma pi by 2, because x comma y no, 1 comma pi by 2. 1 comma pi by 2. Now we need to join this point. How we can join? Like this we need to join. This is y is equal to y is equal to sine inverse of x curve. Y is equal to sine inverse of x curve. So the diagram is like that. See, in this sin x curve, the diagram is like this, but in sin x, the diagram is like that. This differs. This diagram is sin x. This diagram is sin inverse of x. In that we are going to find principal domain and range also. What will be the principal domain? Principal domain, first we know this x-axis, nothing but -1 to 1. -1 to 1 is a principal domain. Range is y-axis, nothing but minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2, minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. So minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2 is principal domain for sin x. Range is -1 comma 1 for sin x. For sin x, principal domain is -1 comma 1. Range is minus pi by 2 comma plus pi by 2. Listen carefully. The sin is followed by angle. We get value. Angle is minus pi by 2 pi by 2. Angle means minus pi by 2 pi by 2. The range is value. Here the sin inverse is followed by value. Sin inverse is followed by value. Followed by value. The value means -1 comma 1 is the principal domain. Next, this is y is called angle. Minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2 is a range. So within this we will finish introduction part 4. Chapter 4, introduction part 4. We are going to see the properties. This is a fourth part in introduction. This is an important property we are going to see. We have only 3 properties using sin inverse. We have only 3 properties. Before moving inside the property, you need to learn this graph. The graph is nothing but, this is 0 degree, this is pi by 2 and this is pi. But I am going to teach you, if this one is moves in clockwise, anti-clockwise direction, so this will be pi by 2, this will be pi, this will be 3 pi by 2. Since it is moving in anti-clockwise direction, opposite to clockwise. Clock will move this side, this direction. Anti-clockwise, opposite to clockwise. Since it is moving anti-clockwise direction, this is pi by 2, this is pi, this is 3 pi by 2, this will be 2 pi, that is 0 degree comma 2 pi. I have written all things in the radians. Suppose if this is a starting point 0 degree, if it is moves in clockwise, this is clockwise, this is nothing but minus pi by 2. If it is moves in anti-clockwise, this is pi by 2. If it moves in clockwise, this will be minus pi by 2. So we can call us 3 pi by 2 or minus pi by 2. We call us 3 pi by 2 or minus pi by 2. So this is plus, this can be taken as plus pi by 2 and we can take this as minus pi by 2. You can able to understand things. So if it moves in anti-clockwise, this will be pi by 2. If it moves in clockwise, this will be minus pi by 2. This is must. So simply we can take this. 0 degree. This is plus pi by 2, this is minus pi by 2, this is plus pi by 2, anti-clockwise pi by 2, clockwise minus pi by 2. Now we move towards the property. What is the first property? See the first property, second property, third property. Totally we have only 3 properties. Please memorize the 3 properties. So first one is sin inverse of sin x. This is the first one. Next one, sin inverse of sin x. Once again. Next, the final is sin inverse of minus x. So if you are going to see, these both questions are same. See, sin inverse of sin x, sin inverse of sin x. Both the questions are same. This one is sin inverse of minus x. So sin inverse of sin x. See here, we know in sin inverse, this is minus pi by 2. This one is well known. This is minus pi by 2 comma plus pi by 2 is well known, and minus 1 comma 1. This one is nothing but angle. We know this angle is given in the radian. No problem. What is the angle? No problem. Angle. This one is value. Value. If you gone through the introduction part, you have been usually understood what is my angle, what is my value. So if you are going to see, you see the sign. The sign is always followed by value or angle. Tell me how you know the sign is always followed by angle. Sign is always followed by angle. Listen, sign is always followed by angle. So before that, I will write the formula. Sin inverse of sin x is nothing but x. Sin inverse of sin x is nothing but pi by pi minus x. These are the 2 formulas. You see, sin inverse of sin x is x. Sin inverse of sin x pi minus x. If question is same, sin inverse of sin x, sin inverse of sin x, question is same, but answer is different. One answer is x and another answer is pi minus x. So this answer is have a condition apply to x apply to x, therefore x belongs to so since sine is followed by angle, sine is followed by angle, sine inverse is followed by value, sine is followed by angle, so minus pi by 2 comma plus pi by 2, angle minus pi by 2 comma plus pi by 2. So if sine inverse of sine x is equal to sine inverse of sine x is equal to x, what is the condition? This x should be belongs to minus pi by 2 comma plus pi by 2. What is minus pi by 2? Minus 90 comma plus 90, minus 90 comma plus 90. So if the value, if I going to take 30 degree lies between minus 90 to 90, so we can write straight answer. If it is 45 degree lies in minus 90 plus 90, we can write straight answer. If the value lies between minus 90 to plus 90, we are going to take one line, this will be plus 90, this will be minus 90, this will be 0. If the value lies between between this one, what is 90 is nothing but plus pi by 2, this is nothing but minus pi by 2, that is minus 45. We can say minus 45, you can say plus 45, minus 60 plus 60, you can able to understand. Minus 30 plus 30, minus 45, plus 45 minus 45, plus 60 minus 60, plus 90 minus 90. So these values, in between these values we can write the straight answer. I will give you example. For example, if we are going to take sine inverse of sine 30, so this is x, no, we can write 30 as a straight answer. Another example, sine inverse of sine 45, you can state a straight answer as 45, because this 30, this x 30 and 45 lies between minus pi by 2, so plus pi by 2, minus pi by 2 plus pi by 2, so we can state a straight answer. So here see, sine inverse of sine x, pi minus x. So if you are going to take minus pi by 2 is the first one. Remaining, what is the remaining? We are going to minus pi by 2 plus pi by 2 we have taken for this one. Minus, what is the remaining? This is the remaining. Nothing but this minus pi by 2 we can take it as 3 pi by 2 also. I told no, 3 pi by 2 or minus pi by 2. So this is plus pi by 2. Pi by 2 comma 3 pi by 2. Pi by 2 comma 3 pi by 2. So this is the condition for this. If this x lies between pi by 2 comma 3 pi by 2, we need to write as pi minus x. So what is pi by 2? 90. What is 3 pi by 2? 3 pi by 2 is nothing but 270. You can take 120. You can take 120. Sine inverse of sine 2 pi by 3. What is 2 pi by 3? Pi by 3 is nothing but 60. Forget 2. What is pi by 3? 180 by 3. What is 180 by 60? 60 into 2 is 120. So 120 lies in this value. So we need a pi minus x. Pi minus 2 pi by 3. This is x, no? Pi minus 2 pi by 3. Such that we write pi minus x, pi x is 2 pi by 3. If it is going to be 150, we can take another example. Simply sine inverse of sine 4 pi by 3. See, 4 pi by 3. Take pi by 3 alone. What is pi by 3? 60. 60 into 4, 240. 240 lies in pi by 2 comma 3 by 2. Because 270, no, 240 lies here. So how we can write? Pi minus 4 pi by 3. This is our answer. So we can easily find, what you can say, if sine inverse of sine x is equal to x, when this x lies between minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2, this is minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. So sine inverse of sine x is equal to pi minus x. Rest are remaining of minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2 is nothing but this moves in, this is nothing but pi by 2 comma minus pi by 2. If this moves in pi by 2 comma 3 pi by 2, pi by 2 comma 3 by 2. Remaining is this only, no? Remaining is this only. So pi by 2 comma 3 pi by 2, pi by 2 comma 3 pi by 2. The final property, sine inverse of minus x. We know another formula. What is the formula is well known for us? Sine of minus theta is nothing but minus sine theta. Sine of minus theta is nothing but minus sine theta. The same format I can use here. Sine inverse of minus x is nothing but minus sine inverse of x. Minus sine inverse of x. So here listen here. Here sine inverse is followed by value. Sine inverse is followed by value. Sine is followed by angle. So angle. Sine is followed by angle. So angle. Sine inverse followed by value. What is the value? Where x belongs to minus 1 comma 1. Without knowing angle and value, you will be confused. So listen carefully. Sine inverse is followed by angle, so x belongs to angle. Sine is followed by angle, so x belongs angle. If sine inverse is followed by value, sine inverse followed by value, so value. We need to memorize these two values, except domain and range. If you are going to memorize this property, it's very easy. It's very easy. I have taught you with the easy sense. So if it is moving in anti-clockwise, no problem. 0, pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi. If it is moved clockwise, this is anti-clockwise pi by 2, this is clockwise minus pi by 2. This is the first one. Sine inverse of sin x is equal to x minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. This is second one. Sine inverse of sin x is equal to pi minus x, where rest of minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2 is nothing but pi by 2 comma 3 pi by 2. So sine inverse of minus is nothing but minus sine inverse of x, where sine inverse is followed by value, so x belongs to minus 1 comma 1. So within this, I am finishing this introduction part 4. Now we can move towards the sum. Thank you. We have finished 5 introduction part. After doing derivations, we going to enter inside exercise 4.1, the first sum. Find the values of x such that first subdivision, I need to find the values of x. Okay, first subdivision, minus 10 pi less than or equal to x less than or equal to 10 pi. How we need to read is x values is greater than minus 10 pi but less than or equal to 10 pi, and sin x is equal to 0. I need to find the values of x. What is the meaning of for what values of x? For what values of x, the answer is going to be 0. For what values of x, if I am going to apply for what values of x, this sin x is going to be 0. I need to apply some values of x so that sine of those values should be equal to 0. I need to apply some values of x, that values, sine of those values should be answer is equal to 0. This one I need to find. So solution, minus 10 pi less than or equal to x less than or equal to 10 pi and sin x is equal to 0. So we have saw the unit circle in introduction part. Using that unit circle, we are going to find the values easily. So this is unit circle. This will be x-axis. This will be y-axis. This is minus x-axis and minus y-axis. This is origin O. This point is going to be 1 comma 0. This point is going to be 0 comma 1. This point is minus 1 comma 0, and this point is going to be 0 comma minus 1. Before we entering inside the sum, we know we have saw one introduction part, that is x-axis and y-axis in general. So we are going to see the same. So x-axis in general, x-axis in general is nothing but n pi. You are able to remember, I think so. X-axis positive side, x-axis positive. You remember x-axis positive is nothing but 2n pi. X-axis negative, 2n plus 1 pi. These are x-axis. In general is nothing but n pi. This x-axis in general is nothing but it contains positive and negative x-axis. That is whole x-axis. Positive and negative, whole x-axis, full x-axis. This is only positive x-axis. This is only negative x-axis for the x-axis. And y-axis is nothing but in general for y-axis 2n plus 1 pi by 2, that is full y-axis, that is positive and negative y-axis, that is full whole y-axis. For y-axis positive is nothing but, you will remember 4n plus 1 pi by 2, 4n plus 1 pi by 2. Y-axis positive, this one 4n plus 1 pi by 2. Y-axis negative, positive is this side 4n plus 1 pi by 2. Y-axis negative 4n minus 1 pi by 2, 4n minus 1 pi by 2, where n belongs to z. The same, this I am going to use this one and this one to do this sum, first sum, very easy. Without these two things, if you go through in the introduction very thoroughly, then it will be very easy. The first sum is going to be. So see here, minus 10 pi less than or equal to x less than 10 pi, sin x is equal to 0. The one thing always I will say, sine is followed by angle. Sine is followed by angle. Sine inverse is followed by value. This is must you need to know. Sine is followed by angle. Sine is followed by angle. And sine inverse is followed by value. So this is value. This is angle. So you know the angle. This is going to be 0 degree, comma 2 pi. This you know is pi by 2. This is pi. This is going to be 3 pi by 2. If it is going to take in clockwise, we can take as minus pi by 2 also. If it is in clockwise, 3 pi by 2 or minus pi by 2. So always this first one is sine value. This is first one is cos value. Second one is sine value. Cos sine, cos sine, cos sine. Now I need to get 0. Where the 0 is present? 0 is this is cos this sine. The 0 is present on year and year. Because sine x is equal to 0, sine x is equal to 0, the 0 is present here only, sine x is equal to 0, that is 0 is present here, sine 0, sine x, the sine value is nothing but 0, sine value is 0, there is no 0 is present, here cos 1 is 0, here sine x value is 0, here sine x value is 0, therefore it takes whole x axis, therefore whole x axis nothing but positive and negative x axis nothing but n pi, therefore x is equal to n pi. We know n belongs to z. Sir, you are taking n pi, sir. Yes, the whole x axis, no, because 0 is present here, 0 is present here. Sir, this is how I can press 0? Nothing. First one is cos, second one is sine. 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 So we have got the sine only 0. The value is 0, no. Value is 0, this is 0. Second one is sine. Here 0. Here is 1. Here is minus 1. So 0, we want to take this one and this one. The whole x axis. We are taking the whole x axis. Whole x axis nothing but n pi. X is equal to n pi. This n belongs to z. But the problem is here we want to choose the appropriate, the suitable value for n. For example, if I am going to place n is equal to 0, apply n equal to 0, 0 into pi is 0, 0 into pi is 0. So it is applicable. If I am going to apply value 1 into pi is pi. So we need to check in between values whether it is minus 10 pi to plus 10 pi. So 1 into pi is pi. If I am going to apply minus 1 into pi is minus pi. Minus pi is applicable here. So I can apply plus or minus 1. You can apply plus or minus 2. Goes on, we can apply up to plus or minus 10. If I am going to apply plus 10, 10 into pi, 10 pi. Yes, 10 pi is present because equal symbol is present. 10. If I am going to apply minus 10 pi present. You can't apply 11 pi because 11 is moves above that extent. 11 pi will move above the extent. So answer is this one. X is equal to n pi, n equals 0, plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, goes on plus or minus 10. The first subdivision is over. That's all. How easily we can move the first subdivision. Next is second subdivision. What is second subdivision? Sin x is equal to minus 1. So sin, if I am going to choose the sign in this unit circle, this is second value. Where the minus 1 is present? In sign, this is 0, 1, 0, minus 1 is present here. Minus 1 is present here. If a minus 1 is present here, it is going to be negative y-axis. For negative y-axis, the value is x is equal to, first I will write the question, minus 8 pi less than or equal to x less than or equal to 8 pi, and sin x is equal to minus 1. This minus 1 is present in negative, this minus 1 in negative y-axis. The answer is 4n minus 1 pi by 2. So x is equal to 4n minus 1 pi by 2. Now I need to choose a suitable value. That is minus 8 pi to plus 8 pi. Listen very carefully. Minus 8 pi to 8 pi. So I will take one rough column. Minus 8 pi less than or equal to x less than or equal to 8 pi means I will choose a suitable value. So what is pi? Pi is nothing but 180. Pi is nothing but 180. Therefore 180 into 8 I will multiply. 180 into 8 nothing but 0. 8 8s are 64. 4 carry over 6. 8 plus 6 14. 1440 nothing but 1440. This is I am writing in degree. This is given in radian. Nothing but this is minus 140. This is 1440 plus 1440. Less than or equal to x less than or equal to. If it is given in pi, it is very tough. No, so only written like that. If you want, you can write. Otherwise, no problem. First, apply n is equal to 0. 4 into 0 0. 4 into 0 0. Listen carefully. 4 into 0 0. 0 minus 1 minus pi by 2. Minus pi by 2 is nothing but 9 minus 90 is present here. So no problem for here. Next, I am going to apply plus 1. If I go into plus apply 1, 4 into 1 4, 4 minus 1 3, 3 pi by 2. 3 pi by 2 is nothing but 270. 270 is present in between values. Minus 140, 270 is present. Suppose if I go into apply minus 1, 4 into minus pi by 2. Minus pi by 2 is also present. We are going to check plus or minus 2 also will present. Plus or minus 3 also present. Only plus 4 is present, minus 4 will not be present. If you want, you can check each and every value. If I apply minus 4, it moves beyond 1440. If it apply going to 4, apply 4, it will lies beyond. In spite of writing in radian, if you are going to write in degree, it will be very easy because we are going to put minus 1440 to plus 1440. If I am going to apply plus 1, plus 1 is nothing but 270. I got answer as 270. This 270 lies in between values, no problem. So 0 is applied, plus 1 is applied, and minus 1, 5 pi by 2 is also applied here. Plus or minus 3, if you get in any value, is applied here. Plus 4 applicable here, minus 4 is not applicable. Check if minus 4, because minus 17 pi by 2, we get minus 17 pi by 2. This pi by 2 is nothing but 90. Minus 17 into 90, 0, leave it as it is. 9 sevens are 9 6 3 3 carry over 6. 9 into 1 9, minus 1530. Minus 1530 is present outside of minus 140. So only I not taken minus 4. If you are going to check, it will be very easy. So this is the required answer for the first sum. Second sum, find the period and amplitude of y is equal to sine 7x. Sine 7x, y is equal to minus sine 1 by 3x, and third solution, y is equal to 4 sine minus 2x. So it has one formula. What is the form? Y is equal to a sine alpha x. This is a general form. Y is equal to a sine alpha x. Y is equal to a sine alpha x. Now we need to check what is cap C. Cap C is equal to sine. So sine, cap C is nothing but 1. There is nothing. We can take this 1. Alpha is equal to 7. For same, you can check here. A is equal to minus present, so we can write A is equal to minus 1. Alpha is equal to x is common, no, so alpha is equal to 1 by 3. Sine x alpha is 1 by 3. Finally, A is equal to 4 here. Alpha is equal to minus 2 because x coefficient is minus 2. You know amplitude formula. Amplitude is nothing but modulus of A. So for modulus of 1, A is 1, no, modulus of 1 is equal to 1. The same here also. Find amplitude. Amplitude is equal to modulus of A. Modulus of minus 1. This modulus minus 1 becomes plus 1. This modulus of minus 1 becomes plus 1. So amplitude is equal to modulus of A. Modulus of 4 is equal to 4. You know what is amplitude. We have saw in one of the introduction video, the amplitude is nothing but maximum distance from the x-axis to the inside curve. Maximum distance. If you want, you can learn. If you go in, the curve is like that. From this the maximum distance. This height is called amplitude. So height cannot be negative, no. So minus becomes positive. Next, period. So what is the period? The starting and goes and moves and ending here. That is I have told the period, the class period. Another video session I have taught you the process repeating once again and again. The process repeating again and again from year to year, from this one period. The process repeating again and again. This is called period. So period formula is nothing but 2 pi divided by modulus of alpha. This is the formula. 2 pi divided by modulus of alpha. So 2 pi divided by modulus of what is alpha here? 7. You know modulus of 7 is nothing but 7. You can write as answer as 2 pi divided by 7. 2 pi divided by 7. The same period formula. Period is equal to 2 pi divided by modulus of alpha. 2 pi divided by alpha is nothing but 1 by 3. Modulus of 1 by 3. So 2 pi divided by modulus of 1 by 3 is nothing but 1 by 3. This 3 moves upward. So it multiply 2 3s are 6 pi. 2 3s are 6 pi. So period is equal to 2 pi divided by modulus of alpha. 2 pi divided by modulus of minus 2 because alpha is minus 2. So 2 pi, this modulus of minus 2 become plus 2. 2 gets cancelled. Answer is pi. So simply we can finish the answer. Very easy answer. All the three are very easy. First we need to know the general form. Y is equal to a sin alpha x. Y is equal to a sin alpha x. Y is equal to a sin alpha x. After writing a sin alpha x, I need to take a. What is a from the question? What is alpha from the question? After taking a and alpha properly, you can apply amplitude formula, nothing but modulus of a. Period is equal to 2 pi divided by modulus of alpha, so that we can get easy answer. Important sum. Third sum. Sketch the graph of y is equal to sine 1 by 3x for 0 less than equal to x less than or equal to 6 pi. If I need to draw a diagram, first I need to know the amplitude A and period. I need to know amplitude and I need to know the period. Then only I can able to sketch the graph. So only how much distance the graph will move and what is the period of the graph I need to know. No. So first I need to find amplitude and period to sketch the graph, which is from the interval x is greater or equal to 0 but less than or equal to 6 pi. That is the x value is greater or equal to 0. That is 0 after pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, but less than or equal to 6 pi. So first solution, first write y is equal to sine 1 by 3 into x. So first form, we know the form. What is the form here? Y is equal to a sine alpha x. Now compare here, a is nothing but 1, which gives a value is 1 and alpha value is 1 by 3. Alpha is 1 by 3 is coefficient of x. Okay, ma? You want to take coefficient of x, nothing but 1 by 3. So amplitude formula, which is a well known, modulus of a is modulus of 1 is equal to 1. So next, period is equal to 2 pi divided by modulus of alpha. 2 pi divided by modulus of, what is alpha value? 1 by 3. Therefore 2 pi modulus of 1 by 3 is 1 by 3. 3 moves here, 2 3s are 6 pi. So we have got period is nothing but 6 pi. See here also 6 pi. The period is nothing but one complete cycle. One complete cycle is nothing but the process which is going to be repeat. This is a one period, no, like that. So this from the you need to sketch using scale and pencil. You should not draw in your free hand. So this is x axis, this is y axis, this is x dash, this is y dash, this will be origin O. So we know the curve will move like that only. It moves and goes here. So this is one cycle, one complete revolution, one cycle. This, so one cycle is nothing but, the period is nothing but 6 pi. This is origin O. This should be surely a 6 pi value. The value is nothing but 6 pi. The value is nothing but 6 pi. So if this value is 6 pi, what is the midpoint? This is the midpoint. For 0 to 6 pi, 0 plus 6 pi divided by 2 is nothing but 3 pi by 3 pi. 0 plus 6 pi is nothing but 0 plus 6 pi is 6 pi by 2. 6 pi by 2 is nothing but 3 pi. This is the mid value. Therefore the mid value is nothing but 3 pi. So we know amplitude. Amplitude is nothing but distance. The maximum distance from x axis to the curve. This is the maximum distance. It should be a 1. So it can be 1. The maximum amplitude is nothing but 1. So it also going to be a maximum nothing but 1. Okay, 1 means it's going to be minus 1. That's all. This will be a plus 1 because I used to know plus 1. This will be a minus 1. That's all. With this, the sketching the graph. How easy the sum is? Just you need to find amplitude, period, and you need to draw the graph. Find the values of first subdivision sine inverse of sine 2 pi by 3. Second subdivision sine inverse of sine 5 pi by 4. This is a very important sum. Solution. For this we need to learn the property. We have 3 properties. In these 3 properties I am going to write the first property. First property is nothing but sine inverse of sine x. This is the first one. Second property sine inverse of sine x. Third property sine inverse of minus x. So these are 3 properties. I am going to retell the 3 properties once again. I am going to recall. So one answer is x. Another answer is pi minus x. This you know, minus of sine inverse of x. So it has condition for x, where x belongs to minus pi by 2 comma plus pi by 2. This is x belongs to pi by 2 comma 3 pi by 2. This one x belongs to minus 1 comma 1. For this minus 1 comma, because sign is followed by value, this is value. Sign is followed by angle, so angle. Sign is followed by angle, so angle. Now check this minus pi by 2. I need to say one thing. This minus pi by 2 is something but minus 90 degree to plus 90 degree. This is in radian, this is in degrees. So this one is nothing but plus 90 degree to 270 degree, 90 to 270. This one you need to well known. The first subdivision, we going to write sine inverse of, open the bracket, sine 2 pi by 3, sine 2 pi by 3. Therefore, I will write in rough column 2 pi by 3. This pi by 3 is nothing but 60. 2 into 60 is 120. Where the 120 lies? Here or here? Where the 120 lies? It is minus 9 to plus 90. 120 lies from 90 to 270. So here 120 lies. Therefore, this 2 pi by 3 belongs to pi by 2 comma 3 pi by 2. This 2 pi by 3 belongs to pi by 2 comma 3 pi by 2. If you want, you can write inside. This 2 pi by 3 belongs to pi by 2 comma 3 pi by 2. So that we need to use the answer this one, nothing but pi minus this x right here. This x, what is x here? 2 pi by 3. 2 pi by 3. Cross multiply 3 into pi is 3 pi minus 2 pi by 3. Therefore, which gives answer 3 pi minus 2 pi is nothing but pi by 3. This pi by 3, this pi by 3 is nothing but 60. This 60 belongs to minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. This is domain, no. You need to write a principal domain value only. Minus pi by 2 plus pi by 2. Minus pi by 2. This pi by 3. Pi by 3 belongs to minus 9 to plus 9. So I am writing like this. No problem. If you know what writing also no problem, but write minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. Now second subdivision. Second subdivision is nothing but sine inverse of sine 5 pi by 4. Sine 5 pi by 4. This 5 pi by 4, see 5 pi by 4, nothing but 5 into pi by 4 is nothing but 45. You can simply multiply this 45. 5 5 25, 5 carry over 2, 20 to 25. If you want, I will check it once again. 5 5 75, 5 carry over 2, 5 4s are 20, 21 20, 225. Where the 225 lies? This 225 lies between 90 to 70. So we need to write here 5 pi by 4 belongs to pi by 2 comma 3 pi by 2. So what I want to do? Nothing but pi minus x. I want to use this formula. Pi minus, what is x here? 5 pi by 4. Now cross multiply 4 into pi is 4 pi minus 5 pi by 4. 4 pi minus pi is nothing but minus pi by 4. What is minus pi by 4? Minus 45. Minus 45 lies between minus 90 to plus 90. So same, the principal domain value is nothing but belongs to minus pi by 2 comma plus pi by 2. So within this we can finish the sum very easily. You don't need to worry for the sum. The sum is very easy for you once you know the properly the properties. Fifth sum. For what values of x thus sin x is equal to sin 1 of x? The question is, when the sin x and sin 1x going to be equal? For what values of sin x and sin inverse of x going to be equal? I am going to draw y is equal to sin x curve. I am going to draw y is equal to sin x curve. So you know this is x axis, y axis, x dash and y dash. We know we will choose our principal domain, nothing but minus pi by 2 and plus pi by 2. You know, to choose a principal domain, this is plus 1, this is going to be our minus 1. So we will choose the value like this. No, the diagram will be like this. The diagram will be like this. If we are going to choose the value up to minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, I choose only principal domain. Diagram will be like this. This is the diagram for y is equal to sin x. This origin O. Next, y is equal to sin inverse of x. The diagram will be, this will be x, this will be y. I will put arrow, x and y. The point will be, this will be minus 1, this will be plus 1. This will be the point pi by 2, this will be the point minus pi by 2. Point pi by 2 minus pi by 2. Okay, the diagram will be differs like this. We will choose up to here only. On seen diagram, what is the origin? Now seen diagram, when the sin x and sin x is going to be same, only the origin. Both the curve will passes only the origin. So at origin only, since both the curve are passes only the origin, therefore they will be equal at x is equal to 0. At x is sin 0 is 0. Sin inverse of 0 is also 0. So how I can write y is equal to sin x, y is equal to sin x, and y is equal to sin inverse of x. Both the curves are intersect only at origin. Therefore x is equal to 0 is the value. If you are going to draw this both the curve in only one graph, they both intersect at only origin. So only x is equal to 0. Sixth sum, find the domain. What is my domain? Domain is nothing but the curve where the curve lies from the x-axis, where the curve lies in the x-axis, from which extent to which extent the curve lies in x-axis. So this is called domain. For solution, f of x is equal to sin inverse of x square plus 1 divided by 2x. So here I need to solve only the x values. That is, I need to find the x value. So I need to take x values alone. Before taking x values, I need to choose always sine. Sine follows angle, and sine inverse follows value. Angle means nothing but minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. Value is nothing but minus 1 comma 1. Since here sine inverse is present, sine inverse followed by value is nothing but minus 1 comma 1. Therefore minus 1 less than or equal to x square plus 1 divided by 2x less than or equal to 1. Therefore this value will be, therefore minus 1, this value will be greater than minus 1 but less than or equal to 1. Listen very carefully. X square plus 1 divided by 2x will be greater or equal to minus 1 but less than or equal to 1. Always we will go 2x goes here, 2x goes here, but one problem going to rise here. Listen, what is the problem going to rise here? I will teach you. Listen, suppose if this 2x, if I am going to write minus 2x less than or equal to x square plus 1 less than or equal to 2x, that is 2x moves here, 2x into minus 1 is minus 2x, 2x into 1 is nothing but 2x. The problem rises here. What is the problem? If x is equal, this x square plus 1, this x square plus 1 value is greater or equal to minus 2x. This value should be greater or equal to minus 2x but less than or equal to 2x, Suppose this x value is minus 1. Suppose I am going to, this x value is minus 1. Applying minus 2 into minus 1 less than or equal to 2 into plus 1. 2 into plus 1. There's a value, whatever value, leave it, no problem. Minus into minus plus 2 into 1, 3. 3 is greater or equal to some value less than or equal to. If you're going to see, this value will be lesser when compared to this value, but here becomes greater. This has become lesser. If it is x is equal to plus 1, no problem. If x is equal to minus 1, the problem rises. So only we are going to multiply and divide by x. Minus 1 less than or equal to multiply by x and divide by x. So this x here 2x square less than or equal to 1. You can able to understand what I mean. this minus 1 is open this side. So this side is biggest when compared to this one. When compared to these both, this open is open is this is open at the side of 1. So this one is the biggest when compared to this one. So if we're going to see, you need to multiply and divide by x, multiply and divide by x. Now we can move this 2x square here and here. So minus 2x square less than or equal to x square plus 1 less than or equal to 2x square. Now you can raise a question, sir, now I can apply minus 1. Yes, even though you can apply a negative value, this x square makes it positive, so no problem. But here x is present, it's become negative become positive, so problem rises. The inequality symbol will be false. So only 3 is less than 2. See here, 3 is less than or equal to 2. But 3 is bigger or 2 is bigger? 3 is bigger. So 3 should be open this side. But open is towards 2. This is wrong, false. So only negative values in false. So only to adjust, I will multiply x and x. So if I want, I write one line here, multiply x and divide by x. So after that, what are you going to do? You can change two values. You can change 2 from year to year. This is 1, from year to year another one, part 1 and part 2. We can change it to part 1, part 2. How? See here, minus 2x square is less than or equal to x into x square plus 1. This first part. The second part is nothing but x into x square plus 1 less than or equal to 2x square. So this minus 2 becomes 0. 0 less than or equal to x into x square plus 1 plus 2x square. Minus 2x plus 2x square. 0 less than or equal to, here x common, take x outside. Listen very carefully. Take x outside. So remaining is x square plus 1. Take x outside. Remaining is 2x. So 0 less than or equal to x. Answer is x square plus 1 plus 2x, nothing but x plus 1 the whole square. X plus 1 the whole square is nothing but x square. 1 square is 1 plus 2 into x into 1, nothing but 2x. The same, I am going to change this inequality in opposite side. 0 less than or equal, this one is bigger. X plus 1 the whole square is bigger when compared to 0. Why? It is open on this side, right hand side. I can change the symbol. See, x. How are we going to see? X is x into x plus 1 the whole square is greater or equal to 0. The same choice only. It is open towards now left, but this is greater. The same, this is greater. It's open towards left hand side. No, this is greater. The open side. This is x plus 1 the whole square. This is greater. So it is open on this side. So this is greater. This is open on this side. So no problem. So next, this value minus 2x becomes x into x square plus 1 minus 2x square is less than or equal to 0. X is common. Take x outside. If I are going to take x outside, this remains x square plus 1. X square plus 1, x outside. So remains minus 2x is less than or equal to 0. X square plus 1 minus 2x nothing but x minus 1 the whole square less than or equal to 0. So finally you can write this answer. You don't need to change. This one is less than or equal to 0. This value is less. This value is less when compared to 0. So x into x minus 1 the whole square is less than or equal to 0. Now the main thing is nothing but we know the value lies between minus 1 to 1. The value lies between minus 1 to 1. Otherwise we can find in other way. How? See here. This is x is equal to 0. The one value. This is minus infinity plus infinity. X is equal to 0. When you can put x into x plus 1 the whole square is equal to 0. Remove the equate and put 0. Equal to 0. X is equal to 0. X is equal to 0, comma. Here x plus 1 the whole square is 0. The 1 comes this side, becomes x is equal to minus 1. Remove the square, no problem. X is equal to minus 1. And the first value is 0. First you put 0 one value, put another value minus 1. Next you take this one. X minus 1 the whole square less than or equal to 0. X is equal to 0. I have written already, so no problem. here x minus 1 the whole square is equal to 0. Put equal, no problem. Minus 1 comes, it becomes plus 1. X is equal to 1. So I can put x is equal to 1 here. So now check the answer properly. What is going to come? So what will the domain value? I need to find a domain value. To find the domain value, I need to take some point between minus infinity to minus 1 and I need to check here. It should satisfy the condition, inequalities. Then only you can apply a domain, otherwise no problem. If I'm going to take another value, nothing but if I'm going to take minus 2, minus 1, minus nothing but minus 2. If I'm going to take minus 2, x is equal to minus 2, minus, it should satisfy both the conditions. For example, minus 2 plus 1, if I'm going to take minus 2, it becomes here minus 2. Here minus 2 plus 1, minus 1 the whole square is positive. This becomes positive. This is negative. Negative into positive is going to be negative. Negative is less than or equal to 0. Negative is greater or compared to 0. No. Therefore, it is false. It does not satisfy. Minus 1 to 0, I can take minus 0.5. One of the values is nothing but minus 0.5. If it falls here, I don't need to check here. This is itself unsatisfied, so you should not check here. Both the conditions will satisfy. It's the main thing. I taken minus 0.5. See, outer side is minus. Outer side is coming minus. If it's going outer side is minus, this is going to be plus because square no plus. Minus into plus minus. This is also going to be false. It also not satisfies. Next, I am getting 0 to 1. 0 to 1 is nothing but 0.5. This is also positive. Positive satisfies. See, 0.5 minus 1. This become positive. Positive is less than or equal to 0. Whether 0 is greater, positive greater. Positive is greater, 0 is less than or equal to 0. If you are going to check 0.5 minus 1. This is also going to be positive. This is also going to be positive. Positive to positive is positive. Positive is greater or equal to 0. Always positive should be open this side because this is the biggest when compared to 0. So this is also false. After 1 I am going to take 2. If you are going to take 2, this is also positive. This is also positive. Positive to positive is positive. This is also going to be false. So all the things are false. So now the only way I can apply minus 1, I can apply 0, I can apply 1 only. I can apply minus in between values, not possible. 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 Because if two values are applied here, not possible. If these two values are applied here, not possible. If I am going to take minus 2, if it is not possible here, I don't need to check here. If I am going to take minus 0.5, it is not possible, I don't need to check here, it falls. 0.5 is possible here, but not possible here. 2 is possible here, not possible here, not all, but also not possible. The two inequalities should be a possible one, then only we can move. So intervals is impossible. Now I am going to take minus 1, 0, 1, critical value. Minus 1, 0 and 1. 0 is not possible. 0 is also not possible. Why is that not possible? There is a reason for that. I forgot to tell you. I will tell now. Listen. Since here x, denominator x is present. Since in denominator x is present, if x cannot be a 0, x should not equal to 0. It's a condition. If suppose if x is 0, listen, if x is 0, 2 into 0, 0. Denominator contains a 0. If denominator is 0, it moves towards infinity. It moves towards infinity. Denominator should not be equal to 0. So x is not equal to 0. Okay. So not 0 is not possible. So what is the answer? Minus 1 and 1 is the answer. Therefore, domain is nothing but minus 1 and 1. Therefore, domain is minus 1 comma 1. 0 is not possible. You need to write. You need to write. Otherwise, put comma. X is not equal to 0. This must you need to write. Second subdivision, sixth sum. G of x is equal to 2 sin inverse of 2x minus 1 pi by 4. We saw first itself sin inverse followed by value. So we need to write minus 1 less than or equal to 2x minus 1. This is minus pi by 4. Students, I need to take this one because the value lies on domain is nothing but 2x minus 1. We need to check, we need to solve, we need to get the x value. So 2x minus 1 less than or equal to 1. So minus 1. So minus 1, this minus 1 comes, this becomes plus 1, this minus 1 comes, there becomes plus 1. Remaining is nothing but 2x. Minus 1 plus 1 is 0. 2x. plus 1 plus nothing but 2. Now you can divide by 2. 0 by 2, 2x by 2, 2 by 2. 1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 1. It's not 1. 0 by 2 is 0, no. Sorry. 0 by 2 is 0, 2 by 2 is 1, 2 gets cancelled, x. Therefore, your domain is lies between, see the interval, 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 1. So, minus infinity plus infinity, this 0, this is 1, this is closed interval. So, domain I need to write in, domain should write only on closed interval 0, 1. Otherwise, you can write 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 1. This is also a proper way. Seventh sum, find the value of sine inverse of sine 5 pi by 9 cos pi by 9 plus cos 5 pi by 9 sine into sine pi by 9. Solution. For this we need to apply, we need to add some formulas. The first formula is nothing but sine a plus b. Sine a plus b, nothing but, you know, this you have studied in 11th standard, sine a cos b plus cos a sin b, cos a sin b. So they given in question, what is given? Sin 5 pi by 9 cos pi by 9 plus cos 5 pi by 9 into sin pi by 9. So you can compare, a is 5 pi by 9, b is pi by 9. Therefore a is nothing but 5 pi by 9 and b is nothing but pi by 9. A is 5 pi by 9, b is pi by 9. Therefore sin a plus b, sin a plus b 5 pi by 9 plus pi by 9, that is sin a plus b. So we can apply this formula here. Therefore sin inverse of, open the bracket, sin 5 pi by 9 cos pi by 9 plus cos 5 pi by 9 into sin pi by 9 is equal to, how we can, sin inverse of, open the bracket, sin a cos b plus cos a sin b, sin a plus b. Therefore sin 5 pi by 9 plus pi by 9. So find sin 5 pi by 9 plus pi by 9 is equal to sin inverse of, open the bracket, sin, see 9 is common, put only one 9, 5 pi plus pi is nothing but 6 pi by 9 is equal to sin inverse of 6 and 9 cancel, nothing but sin 2 pi by 3. So see here, sin inverse come. So you know the formula. What is the formula? Is well known for us. We have one property. First property is nothing but sin inverse of sin x. Second property, sin inverse of sin x is equal to x is equal to pi minus 6. We have condition, x belongs to pi by 2 comma pi by 2, x belongs to pi by 2 comma 3 pi by 2. So we need to apply this condition. Since 2 pi by 3, we know this 2 pi by 3 is nothing but 2 into 60 is equal to 120. Therefore 2 pi by 3 belongs to pi by 2 comma 3 pi by 2, pi by 2 comma 3 pi by 2. So how I can write? Answer is pi minus x. Therefore answer is pi minus, what is x here? 2 pi by 3. Cross multiply, 3 into pi is 3 pi minus 2 pi by 3. 3 pi minus 2 pi is nothing but pi by 3. Pi by 3 value is nothing but 60. This 60 belongs to the principal domain value, nothing but minus pi by 2 comma plus pi by 2. So within this we are finishing the exercise 4.1.